Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, King of Comic Town here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes! Okay, so this is our last week, our last Wednesday in September.
Yeah.
It's been a good month.
It's been a really good month.
Like,
Ton of good books coming
Yeah.
out, ton of creators kicking ass.
I think we would have had even more books to read if your DC shipment had come.
Yeah, FedEx. I don't know what I did to upset you.
Man,
I really don't. And I'm sorry.
he is sorry.
You can take any of my employees.
Wow.
Just make sure my stuff shows up on time.
I mean, it's kind of important, guys. It's kind of important. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Technically, what? That's like 2 days late at this point?
Yeah, because Tuesdays is the official street date for DC.
Yeah, so it should have come Monday.
It normally comes like the week before.
Oh!
So this is the second week where there's been a box that has a label generated for it, but FedEx is like, oh, we never got it.
Okay. Well, with that in mind,
Yes.
We did find some amazing books to read anyway, which I'm so very glad for. Where do you want to start? Because we've got 6 different books that are totally different on our Goodreads you should read.
All right. We both did a Sumerian behemoth book.
Yes, we did.
Why don't you kick us off with this one? Because this is one that I've been high on.
Can do. Big shout out to Sumerian Behemoth, the new voice. I took on Redman because I've been finding this very interesting. It's an interesting read. I don't even necessarily know exactly where it's going, but I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
So Happy Tank is the studio brand, you could say. So Saboria Productions, created by Matt Frank, story and art. Great art, like I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Colors, Giancarlo Lopez, and editing Jesse Wittenrich. Very dope. Again, so we've got this Ultramanish character who is seemingly murdering these kaiju. Like,
He is.
and the kaiju are kind of like, yo, we're just trying to exist, bro. Like, we're not even trying to be willy-nilly bad.
I think the term murdering is exactly right for what's happening in this story.
Yes. Especially in this issue. Like, we feature 2 particular kaiju, the Black King and Durako, who find this other dinosaurish, thing, and they're like, shh, hush. Like, he's out there. And, of course, this thing doesn't realize, like, what are you talking about? I don't even know. And trouble ensues. But it's so very interesting to see this almost from their point of view.
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey, man, we're just trying to live.
What's going on? Like he's a Freddy or a Jason or a Michael Myers
Yes!
to the kaiju.
Like, it's exactly what he is. And, like, they're just trying to, live their best life and try to, like, any fighting that they're doing, they're just trying to get away from him. And to varying degrees of success. Not a lot, actually. It's kind of bad. My favorite part was, wait, where'd you go? This moment right here, where they realize, it's like, wait, where'd he? And I was like, oh, he dipped. Like, it was so funny. But, again, the thing that I love about it is it's a silent comic book. So you're really just seeing the storytelling through the art, and it's really, really good. Great draftsmanship. I enjoy it. Redman, read it. It's good stuff.
Good stuff. My choice from Sumerian
was
Turbo Kid, Skeletron Unleashed #1. So this is roughly based on characters from the movie Turbo Kid.
I do love that movie.
Which is an absolutely amazing, intentionally grindhousey B movie. This maintains that vibe so well.
Nice.
It is this dude Skeletron that is pretending to be a Skeletron robot, which is just a killing machine, and it's in the wasteland, and he's working for one group of people, and he's just being sent in to kill the other group.
That's amazing.
Which is super awesome. But it leads to this situation where, kind of like The Professional with Leon and this little girl, this orphan, becomes his sidekick, and she is just learning the ropes and how to kill people. She finds out,
I love it.
Human meat tastes better than roaches, and it's covered in this.
I mean, okay, all right. It's hard to argue.
Yeah, it's like human McNugget, and it's just this amazing story of those two tooling around, doing that kind of stuff. Just it's like The Professional in Mad Max, the apocalypse, and it's got an ending that is way happier and
really
uplifting than The Professional.
Why do I don't trust you on that statement?
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
like if you're looking for some awesome off the. Yeah.
What I love is that it, by design, it looks like an old book, which I think is always fun. I do wish that more companies were willing to do old paper.
Yeah, because I think that would be the only thing that take it up a notch is that old crappy newspaper.
Like I mean, they have it colored so that it kind of is reminiscent, but it's still very glossy.
Yeah.
Are there any places that actually could print on that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
That would be amazing. Like, okay. So next one I'm going to do is 8 Billion Genies.
Yes.
Good gosh. Charles Soule, Ryan Brown. This is crazy. So it's issue 5 of 8. We are at the point of the 8-month mark of the wishes happening. And the world is, oh God.
A lot fewer people.
Walking
around.
In fact, they give us the count at the beginning of this, because the story, like where we're starting at, is 1980, and the world population is 4,453,000,000 plus.
I had each of those battle beasts.
Stop! Did you really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Classics, absolute classics. I didn't get into Battle Beast. Why?
I don't know. It's like they were just cool. Maybe, but like they had the symbol that you put your thumb on.
Yeah, and it would show like a hologram, right? I think I had any of those. Where'd you get those from? Is that Kmart special?
Gold Circle Zares. Like that's how old I am.
I'm gonna say I don't think I've ever been to Gold Circle, so you might have me on that one. Okay, so in reading this, I feel like this guy is a problem. I feel like he's an issue.
Yes.
I appreciate his wish though.
Yeah,
that's a genius move.
It is. But the thing is, he's backing it up.
Is he though? Is he backing it up? Or is the nature of his wish one that he doesn't have to back it up, but he surrounds himself with the people?
Interesting.
Yeah, because I think like in terms of a move, I'm like, that's mad clever.
Yeah,
that's mad clever. I feel bad for the judgment that he faced his entire life, though.
Yeah, it drove him to it. It hardened him into a diamond.
Oh, it did. Oh, it definitely did, without question. Okay, so I gotta know on a personal level. It's very important. Would you have done it? Would you have used the wish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it's. I can see considering it burned. Like, yeah. But at the same time, in that moment, like maybe next issue when it's 8 years instead of 8 months, or like I could have done this. I don't know. Like I feel like part of the thing with it being 8 months, their hesitation is warranted because they know the value of what they've got. Yeah. And maybe if it was right away, the knee-jerk reaction would have been like, yeah, sure, here. But now because they know what the value is, maybe not. Yeah. I don't know. Hope Hollow, though? Yeah, that place is dope. It really is.
That's a dope place.
Like, is this dude going to be the future bad guy, or is...
I don't know.
Because I could see them...
With all that pressure placed on him, I almost feel like, yes. Yeah. Big shout out to his reading of Legalese. That was brilliant. That was good. As a contract reader myself, I appreciated the nuance of everything that went into that. Yeah. I was like, specificity.
Don't trust that genie.
Nah, because they'll slip something in there. Like you said, like a monkey paw you in a minute. You're like,
I am angered by that.
How dare you? You're like, but you will though. Like, let's keep it real. I don't know. Like this one, this felt really nice. Like I appreciated where it went.
It was a breath.
Yes, very much so. I also like the idea of what happens for newborns.
Yeah, because I was curious about that. What are the rules? Do they come in with a genie? Do they come in without a genie?
Right.
I don't even want to know what a kid's first, but they define how that would work.
Yeah. So there has to be a command of some things, which is cool. But I mean, you catch the kid on the right temper tantrum, they fully understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Can you be like, no, don't do that? Like,
Like, yeah, that's a wish I don't want to. Yeah.
At what age do you think you would have wasted your wish? Like, truly wasted it?
42.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
Man.
it depends. It depends on the day. Like,
Okay, fair game. I was gonna say like 12, 13, but you're like 40.
Yeah, 40 something.
Like tomorrow. What else you got? Let's.
All right. New from Image Comics. Old Dog #1, Declan Shalvey with Clayton Cowles. Let's see.
This is one I wanted to get to, but I had to put it back because it was running out of time.
It's really interesting.
Of course it is.
It is a espionage type thing. There's a CIA agent who is quite long in the tooth, hence the name Old Dog.
Right.
And he finds himself in the middle of a situation that he feels like he's the only one that can handle based on his experience, but the CIA wants to get him to retire.
Okay.
And then he oversteps. He is outside his pay grade, which leads to which leads to a situation where he is now special. Like he has something that makes him unique. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks he's dead except for this even deeper underground super topper secret group that's not directly attached to the government but kind of is. Is like, you're valuable to us.
Wow.
You can now serve your country if you choose to. And yes, he's 100% in because that's all he ever wanted to do.
He's figured out a new trick. I get it. I get it. Yep. Oh, that's clever.
So, in a really, really solid first issue.
Okay. I like the design. Like, the graphic design of that cover is really good.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, those pigeons.
Pigeons gonna die?
No, but somebody else did. Or somebody else's is.
Oh, that is somebody else's blood.
Yeah.
That dude is missing a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the cover.
You haven't truly killed somebody
until they lose a shoe.
You're
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
On episode 3 of Dahmer.
Shout out to Evan Peters on that one. Here he's amazing. I also heard Niecy Nash is dope in it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. Did you finish it?
No.
Of course you did.
I was like, yeah.
Of course you did. I don't even know why I asked that question. Okay, Thor 27. This one we've got a double feature in writers of Al Ewing and Donny Cates. So they tag team this one, at least on the plot. Al Ewing did the script. Salvador LaRocca is the guest artist. Edgar Delgado is the guest color artist, and letters by VC's Joe Sabino. This one is taking the aftermath of the Banner War to heart, and apparently. Good old Thor, while he was hulked out on gamma juice, broke the Bifrost.
Ooh,
yeah, and he's trying to figure that out. Like, how do I fix this?
Yeah,
like, this is problematic. I gotta do some things, and so he asks one person that he figures could figure out some way to use magic to restore some things.
They're very clever,
right?
They're an idea person.
Generally, try to figure some stuff out, and when they are like, hey. We technically don't have to use the Bifrost. Like, there's other things that we could use, portals or whatever.
Yeah.
When they do, well, this person shows up. And they're covered in some ness.
Yeah.
Right? And you realize that is the ness.
Oh, no.
That they are covered in. And...
No.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're mixing some franchises coming together, very interesting sort of way,
and it's two creators that have like one's peanut butter, one's chocolate. They've put it together. They've made the Buckeye.
There's some Reese's Pieces that's about to jump off. But so this figure who has like a deep history, so deep cuts in terms of Marvel comics and Thor and whatnot, and they explain a lot of that. But they are seeing some things, they're emulating some things, and they figure some things out, and they create that. So there's a lot of bada boom that's about to come out. I think in 28 there are going to be some fisticuffs. I can't wait to read that. I wonder who's going to draw it, because that's going to be a pleasure for whoever gets to do it. I thought this was just like a weird variant cover when I saw who was on it. Like, oh, is it just like Venom? No, there's a reason.
Yeah, no, I thought like when I saw the cover initially too, before I flipped through it, I was like, wait, that's weird.
Yeah,
I hate when books like do something like that, and there's nothing like the cover has nothing to do with the interiors.
We were wrong. This is good times.
Jeez.
Okay, so those were all good reads you should read. Yes. But if you are limited in terms of your dollars, you want it to make sense, these are the books that you must read. These are the ones, the tip tops, the top tiers. We've got two that are the same.
Yes, dos.
One that's different, I had to put it back. Come on, tell me how much I messed up.
One of the big like selling taglines for this is like, is wrestling, it can be a noir kind of story.
Okay.
And yes, in fact, it can. Hell is a squared circle. It's a one shot, I believe.
Yeah.
AfterShock Comics, which
you already know means good.
And it's because it's like it leaves itself in a way that more from this story can come,
Ooh.
but also there's a cast of characters that will allow the creative team to come back and like visit.
Nice.
So we got Chris Condon, Francesco Biani, Mark Engelhardt, and Dave Sharp.
Nice.
So this is a gorgeous, oversized one shot, and it is the story of a character. It's a character. I mean, they're all characters. God damn it! All right, so this dude's a wrestler, and he's over his career. He has become the heel. Like that is what he's best known for. That's the only thing he can get jobs doing.
Right.
He's amazing in the ring, but outside of it, he's like the anti-Midas. Like everything he touched turns to poop. His marriage failed. His daughter won't have anything to do with him.
Yikes.
He's about to get foreclosed on. All he does is drink and fail. And he finally is sick of it, and he takes steps to try to better his life.
Okay.
And it goes into a complete chaotic falling down a staircase of just like noirish crime, making a bad decision, and then what sets up the climax is his return, and then there's a plot twist at the end. So it's the fall, the rise, and then the fall again,
the dangle
of this character.
That's awesome.
And it's like it's gorgeous. Like the art is amazing.
Yeah, I love the color palette.
The color choices are great. The designs of what the wrestlers wear is also amazing.
That is super dope.
And I say this purely as a compliment. If Brubaker and Phillips were to write like a 70s, 80s, 90s wrestling type story,
that's the vibe.
This is the vibe. So this creative team absolutely killed it. Like this is 100% awesome. It's a one shot. You don't need to. There's no before book. There's no after book.
Right.
It's $8.
Get it. Make it happen. Okay, so I'm keeping the Al Ewing train going.
Yeah.
Ant-Man number 3, a series that I never thought that I would be like, yes, no, I'm a devotee of. Ant-Man. What? Get out of here. Absolutely true. So Al Ewing as the writer, Tom Riley as the artist, colors Jordi Belair, and VC's Corey Petit doing the letters. Okay, so the thing that I love about these is that they keep doing these like this. There's a core story for the issue, but then there's this overarching time jumping scenario that's still unfolding. We still don't quite understand exactly what's happening. There's an Ant-Man of the future that has interacted with different, Ant-Man of the past, and we don't quite know why. But in this one, this is taking a point post Ultron's merging with Hank Pym.
Okay.
So that's the point in Marvel Comics history that we're in. That's the thing I love about this. Like, this is not like future current stuff. There's like a point in time where this has already happened, and this is like a story set within that. So they're trying to figure out what to do with said Poltron, right? And these two guys come up with a plan, like we should shrink it and get rid of it.
It's not a bad idea.
Right? Who can do that? Well, I know who we can call to do that. Let's call this guy.
Yeah.
And sure, like, generally speaking, he's a good dude, a little try hard, and it never fails when he does something goes wrong. Like, almost inevitably. Because this happens, and so they're like, okay, well, we'll come back and we'll handle it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we can handle this. What could go wrong? What indeed? There is a second Eric O'Grady Ant-Man, who was a robot. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah. Like, this one is not the... What do they call him? The electric ant? He was a robot made to be Eric O'Grady. So, like, I guess Eric O'Grady died, and so someone made, like, an artificial version of him that was an Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So, this Ant-Man is on a mission, and when he completes the mission, you find out that he is working for this. Because clearly they have a lot in common.
Yeah.
And, There's some stuff that happens. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What I can tell you though is that is a future that I do not want to live in.
Yeah.
At all. Now maybe that's literally what this thing has been fighting this entire time.
Yeah.
But bad.
Yeah.
Bad. But this is just all around good, fun comic storytelling. I would call it Silver Age, but I feel like it's not corny.
Yeah.
Right? It's wholesome and authentic and fun, but it's really good. It's only 3 issues in. Grab that, please, because they're amazing. Yeah. And if you're like, I hate Ant-Man, all the more reason.
Yeah.
Try something new. You might like it. Try it, Mikey. Try it.
Ant-Man just happens to be the character.
Like, that's it. Like, and clearly when used with the right talents, anyone can be great. Like, and that's, Sins of the Black Flamingo.
Yeah.
Issue 4.
Of 5.
Yes. So we're almost at the end, man. What a diabolical hero. If you can call him that.
Yeah.
Like, Black Flamingo is a jerk, man.
He really is.
The absolute worst. Writer Andrew Wheeler, artist Travis Moore, colorist Tamara Bonvillain, letter Aditya Bhattacharya, editor Andy Corey. Like, you're doing your job, bro. Like, amazing. Like Black Flamingo. He's such a tool.
He's a knave. Like
such a knave. Yes.
He's Constantinian in like his very selfish view of the world, and
the literal words.
Bad stuff happens to people around him.
Yes.
But there's something charismatic
all at the same time
about him that I'm intrigued by. And this is an amazing story. This dude's a thief.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he does. He specializes in stealing artifacts of a magical nature. We're at 4 issues in. So he ends up accidentally stealing an angel.
Yeah, as one does.
Yeah.
And you see one, you're like, oh,
yeah,
I need that.
And it's from white supremacists. He's like, no.
They don't get those.
Yeah, we can't have them have that.
Yeah.
And it is now this tug of war for different groups to try to get him back. And yeah, it's just amazing. The art, the color, the story.
Yes. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but one of the things that I really appreciate is the idea of his sexuality is not used as a subject matter of weakness.
Yes.
Like, yes, he's an openly gay man. In fact, as you can see from the cover, like this is gay club friendly. Like, look at it. It should come with a theme song.
I just thought it was dudes without shirts.
No, it's way more than that.
Who doesn't have a pair of chaps like that?
Yeah, like we all do. But like, in no way, shape, or form is he slighted.
Yeah.
Like, he is still like the worst dude. Like, he's just out here doing things for the most selfish reasons. Not giving people their love. And still,
and he's so good at it.
He is good at it. That's where you're just like, all right. Like, he's a stealing James Bond who just happens to like guys.
Yeah.
Like, because you realize, like, you guys got to realize, like, James Bond is a terrible person. He's not a good guy.
He's not a good person.
Like, not at all.
Yeah.
And same thing, right? So, like, he's a leather zaddy James Bond of the occult world. Like, it's brilliant. That's so nuanced and layered. I love it.
The story about how the angel came into being,
crazy.
It's just insane and horrible.
Yes.
And heartbreaking. And why would you think you can harness that? Like, you're going to slip up
because somebody. For a time.
Yeah.
For a time, he was like, "No, I got this. I'm in that." I love the reveal. He's like, "No, that's the same guy." You're like, "Wait, what?" And you're like, "Yeah. This is what that does." And again, like, this is the best, worst Danny Ocean squad ever.
Yeah.
Because
this is going to be such an amazing read in a trade paperback. God. Like, if you haven't been picking it up and you can't track down the early issues, place the order for the trade. Yeah. Because this is just amazing.
It's going to be amazing. Look, if you are ultra conservative, don't touch this book.
Or do.
Or maybe unlock something.
Yeah.
You'll see some things. You might find yourself in some characters that you don't wish to be. But the thing about it is this story is so cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter your interest, your sexuality. Yeah. It's a cool story.
Yeah.
So read it. There's different stuff on the market. Like, I don't want to hear anybody else complain, oh, it's the same old same. That is not same old same.
Yeah.
Read it. It's dope. Lots of magic.
Lots of magic.
Lots of magic. You know what else has good magic?
David Copperfield.
No, I say good
no,
magic.
David Coverdale from White Snake. Dude, he can do magic tricks.
That's true. It's true. It's all the Davids, right? David Blaine. Magic Order, Volume 3, Number 3. So it's a magic issue, of course. Mark Miller. You know, as a new writer, this Mark Miller guy, he's got potential. He's got some potential, man. He really does. He knows how to put together a plot, build some characterization. Gigi Cavanago as the artist, one of my new favorites.
Yeah,
like the style of this story is so beautiful.
Yeah, because it's in my mind going into this issue, I thought we were going to focus on the patriarch and the matriarch of the Moonstones.
Joke's on you.
And instead, it becomes this like really fun, youthful side quest where the youngest Moonstone member, like, they're incredibly powerful. They're that once in a lifetime generational talent, and they're just
powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing that got me. As a phenomenological narratologist, studying the art of storytelling, I said that. This issue was such an offbeat, right? Because like you got this story arc that's set up, and Mark has been really good not being frivolous with any of the previous issues in the previous volumes. So like the story trail just kind of goes from this point to this point to this point to this point. It's very narratively structured.
Yeah.
This issue seems to be the first one that I can think of that almost breaks it before coming back around and going, but it's actually connected.
Yeah.
And it was such a refreshing read because, again, like you said, like you're thinking it's going to be this one thing, and then it becomes this other thing. You're like, oh, that's great.
And then it ties.
And then it ties back in. You're like, oh, snap. Like,
no.
First of all, this is couple goals. Okay.
It totally is.
And I know that sounds crazy, considering that they've been apart, 30 years?
30 plus years. But she knew it sucked and it was horrible, but there was no way around how things were going to play out.
Right.
And the fact that he is cool with it's not the right word.
Right.
He is resigned to it.
Yeah.
And he loves her still the same.
Still. And then, okay, so is it just me? But like her knowing the future, the act and aspect of Cordelia's birth, I'm like, that's why she's not mad.
Yeah.
She knew. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh my God. Okay, so dude, I trusted him. I don't know why I did. Like looking at him, I'm like, he's a goon.
Yeah, that heel turn, it hurt.
It hurt really bad. It hurt really, really bad.
I can't believe. I believe, but like it's one where this is such a reveal. Like this character has so much more potential in her that she's just so smart. She's so good at what she does, so confident. Like all these things that make her. She should be the next matriarch
at least.
And her fatal flaw is she's still a kid and does not understand.
She doesn't understand a limit. Like she doesn't have that. Like she's got the freedom of thought like a child, but has the power to back it up.
Yeah.
And I love the little suggestion that maybe with what she's gone through, there's something that's not quite right. And I'm like, I never even thought to think that. Like at all. Okay, so these spirits, I feel like they have like a subtle African vibe to them.
Yeah.
And I really kind of dig it.
Yeah, it's a real. They're not what I thought they would look like. I was expecting like ghosts or something.
Right.
But there's something more menacing and more solid about
Way
him.
more.
So the artist's choice to draw him that way,
Super dope.
amazing.
Super, super dope.
And I continue to love the way the artist renders magic.
Yes.
Because it has this very...
Move over Havoc. You no longer
Yeah.
own the concentric circles.
Yeah.
This is no longer your thing. It's magic now. And yeah, this is just beautiful. And man, I swear, like I don't trust him now.
Neither
And
do
I wanted to so bad.
Yeah.
I thought he was like, oh, this is a cool new guy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's I want to say stuff, but I don't want to spoil anything.
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Yeah, this is dope. And to see who we're going to talk about in the next issue of this one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, because that's the thing, buddy. Coming off of issue 2 with that reveal.
Right, because I'm like, oh, that's where we're going to go next. No, we're gonna sidestep. We're gonna side quest this out a little bit, stress this out, make you want it.
Yeah, Rosie and the Scooby Gang, and
they're not called that. They are that now.
Yeah,
that is them. And I love the simplicity. Mm-hmm. How can we do this? Because we can.
Yeah,
like just that simple.
Like Matt, none of the other characters. The other characters are like, okay, you have to have a wand. You have to have these things to be able to cast the spell.
She's like, nah.
And yeah, no, magic just happens.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Because I am magic. Like, watch me. I felt that little kid, though. I would have backed out, too. Like, nope. I don't do that. Nope.
Reagan, take me off the roster.
Not today. I will stick with card tricks, okay? That's it. You know, pick a number between 2 and 9. That's
glad you chose 7.
I'm done. That's it. But no, this was like a really good, like showcasing how you can build a big story, big world, tell a little story within it, and go, oh, but it actually is still part of the big narrative.
Yeah,
masterclass every time. I think I know how to do this, and then I read a book and I'm like,
nah,
you're still learning. You're still a reader, Victor. Still a reader. And I will forever and always be one. Yes, very happily. Hopefully you've made it this far, and if you have, that means you liked it. And if you did, click that thumbs up. Show us that you liked it, so the algorithms and all that stuff kind of tell other people that they should be watching us too, because you should be telling everybody that they should be watching us. And below, I'm going to let this be known. There will be a special link to an upcoming event. Very limited. I'm hosting a exclusive premiere of Black Adam in a few weeks, and I would love for you to be there. There's some tickets down below, so definitely click that link if you're interested in coming. Being one of the only 40 people get to watch this with me, and there's going to be some goodies involved that we will talk about soon. Yes. But obviously, we want you to come watch the show all the time, and to make sure that you watch the show all the time,
hit subscribe. It's that bell-looking thing.
Boom.
Click it, say all, because every week we do this for you.
We're here. We're doing stuff. We're reading stuff. We're telling you. We're not spoiling it.
Yeah.
Because we want you to read it. But definitely, drop some lines. Hey, if you want to come through to the Black Adam screening, let me know down below. Let me know if you're excited about that one. I will tell you guys this. Ryan and Jeremy have talked about the Deadpool 3 teaser, and Ryan and Jeremy have come up with a version of the story that if it's not that, this movie's trash.
Just the way it is.
It is trash. Like, without question. If it is not what they said, I don't want it. I don't want it at all.
God, I just want to see that. I shouldn't have thought of it.
I'm so glad that you did, but at the same time, you're right.
You shouldn't have put the wiffle ball on the T-ball stand.
But you did, and you swung, and man, you hit it out of the park. You guys want to know what it is? Message us down below as well, and maybe Ryan will come in and explain some of the stuff that we talked about. It's brilliant. Kevin Feige, we're looking at you. Ryan, we're looking at you.
Hi, Kevin.
My name's Ryan, spelled with a Y, but it's not where you think.
It's not where you think. Good night, everybody.